Ooh, y'all. The tales of this day. What's up? It's your girl, Ash Brown, and this is Ash Brown Uncensored. On this program, I talk a little bit about everything. It may be Ash Brown related, but it's probably pop culture related, depending on what the month is looking like. And this one is kind of like a mashup of everything. Okay, so as many of you know, I MC on the side. So I am an event MC, I'm a wedding officiant, I'm a voiceover talent, I do a lot of things. And this weekend, I was doing a vow renewal for a very amazing couple that is celebrating 20 years of marriage. Oh my gosh. And this always happens to me before an event. It's like I get not necessarily discouraged, but I get anxiety about it. And I start to think about all the things that could go wrong, which I don't know why I do that. I do not know. And in this like anxiety or panic attack or whatever you want to call it, I kept picturing that I was going to see somebody that I knew. I don't know why, y'all. I have no idea why I felt this way. And I thought that it was going to be somebody that I was related to. Thank you, Jesus. That wasn't the case. But I just felt like I was going to see somebody from the past that I haven't seen for a while. Did not know who it was. And it was just like, whatever. So I get to the hotel. It's a very prominent hotel in Midtown Atlanta. I'll say that much. Because I don't want to give away too much stuff. Because I don't want who I'm going to talk about next to get harassed. Because that could be a thing that happens. So I get to the hotel and I'm headed to where I'm supposed to be in one of the ballrooms. And I lock eyes with this guy from across the room. And I'm looking at his facial structure. I'm like, who is this? And then it just came to me. And I just said it out loud. I was like, hey, John Cena. And he kind of like was trying to be like really inconspicuous because, he obviously didn't want to draw a lot of attention to himself. But it took me, like, I was like, it was racking my brain. I was like, who is this man? And he had a cap on and he was in like some athletic looking gear, like he was getting ready to go work out or something. And so as we're passing and we lock eyes, and I say, hi, John Cena. And he's like, hey, hi. Because he's like trying to get on his way. And this is not the first time that I have encountered a celebrity in a very awkward meeting, I should say, or encounter. Very awkward. A very similar thing happened to me years ago with Big Boy of Outkast. And I was at an event and there were hundreds of people there. Hundreds. And he could have walked anywhere and been in front of so many people. It was so crowded. But for whatever reason, he had walked right in front of me. And so there was all these people and nobody's really paying attention because we were doing this like workout class. It was really weird. And we had this moment where we locked eyes and he knew that I knew who he was. He knew it. And it was just like almost like, please do not out me. Do not tell people it's me. Please, it's going to cause a whole hysteria. Just don't do it, please. And I understood and I didn't say anything. I just kind of, you gave that head nod of acknowledgement. I gave the head nod of acknowledgement. And it was a very similar thing with John Cena because for the first half of it, I thought that he was somebody that I knew like in real life. And then I was like, oh no, this is not someone I know from real life. This is someone from TV and movies. I'm telling you, this man must like live on movie sets because he is constantly in movies. He's one of the hardest working. I'm like, how many movies this man can make? How many? So I saw John Cena briefly. No, I did not ask him for an autograph or a picture because he seemed like he was in a hurry and I didn't want to interrupt his flow. I've met a lot of celebrities in very awkward situations and I didn't want to make it, even stranger. I mean, it's John Cena, great guy. Yeah, great guy. I will just say that. So that's not even the person that I'm talking about, y'all. So again, I was like, okay, maybe John Cena, maybe that was it. Because if somebody that I knew, but not like personally. Wrong. I get to the event, everything, we're setting things up. We have, oh my gosh, it was one of the most, probably the most heartfelt, just magnificent vow renewals that I've ever witnessed in my life. When I tell you they had the kids up there, y'all, your girl was just tearing up. Just makeup was just, had glitter all over my shirt. It was glitter from the tears pulling down all the makeup off my face. It was, I've never been so touched by watching another couple. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And we were led into like the hallway area to get things set up for the reception, which, you know, yours truly was hosting. And I get out there and I'm talking with this one lady and we're talking about this and that or whatever. And I turn and I look like I see somebody. I was like, I think I know her. I think we used to play math together. And I call out the name because it was like, it's either hit or miss. Either it's her or it's not her. But, you know, I can't say that I didn't give it a try. So I call out the name and sure enough, it's her. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I haven't seen this chick in years. It's been at least anywhere from 6 to 7 years ago, minimum. Because I just moved back to Georgia and I've been gone for a minute. Like I've been a little bit everywhere. So it's just been crazy. So it was so refreshing to see someone, a good person, a good-hearted person out and about. And you just never know. You got these small circles of people and people that know this and know that. You know, a lot of people are connected in ways that you may not be even aware of. But it was really, really super nice to see her. And I was glad that it was somebody that I was happy to see and not someone that I was dreading. Yeah, I don't know. I just had this weird feeling it was going to be one of those relatives that lives in Georgia that I don't deal with. I don't deal with any of my quote unquote relatives that live in the state. They didn't deal with me before. We ain't got nothing to talk about now. That's how I feel about it. We weren't already close. Don't worry about it. We good. Consider it your blessing. And we just gonna call it as that. We're just gonna call it at that. So yeah, I had a very eventful weekend. And yeah. So I saw John Cena, y'all. I get to talk about it now. Woo woo. Anyways, have a great, fantabulous week, you guys. Be productive. Be progressive. And out of everything, make sure that you have peace. Peace makes a big difference, y'all. Anyways, I'm gonna holla at y'all later. Deuces.